a great meeting there. Terrific people. They want a tremendous health care plan. That's what we have. And they're going to be adjustments. I think we'll get a vote.
President Trump meeting with Republicans on Capitol Hill today. He had this stern warning. You got to kill Obamacare or you will lose your seat in the midterms. The GOP could even lose control of the House. This after the president garnered massive crowds in Louisville, Kentucky. Look at those lines. That was last night, the large crowd cheering Obamacare's repeal.
As we move toward the crucial House vote on Thursday, the 7th anniversary of Obamacare's very painful passage, this is our long-awaited chance to finally get rid of Obamacare.
Meantime, Republicans pulled an all-nighter on Capitol Hill, making last-minute changes to the bill as the clock ticks down to Thursday's vote. Changes include repealing Obamacare taxes faster, retroactive to the beginning of this year. Some $900 billion worth there, letting states put work requirements on Medicaid, and also things like giving states block grants for Medicaid. Let's bring back Deneen Borelli, Kurt Schlichter, and Cathy Areu. Do or die moment right now, Kurt. Close the deal or lose your seat. Some conservatives still wobbly, Kurt. This is a message from President Trump. The Freedom Caucus is now saying they could have 25 votes to stop Obamacare. If the GOP doesn't get, if it loses, they can't afford to lose 21 votes in the House. What do you think of that, Kurt?
Well, look, I've got a lot of problems with it, this new program as currently constituted. But, you know, if Donald Trump wants to do it, he needs to get in there and be the art of the deal guy. He needs to start twisting arms and channeling Lyndon B. Johnson. Get in there and make it happen. That's what he's doing. We haven't seen this in so long, Liz. We haven't seen real legislative horse trading in so long because it's usually the House or Senate leadership presents something in final form and it's done. Well, that ain't happening ain't happening anymore. Yeah. We're back to normal.
Yeah, Deneen, let me give you what's going on here. This is a big story. The Freedom Caucus says it could have 30 to 40 votes. We're hearing possibly 50 votes. This votes count swinging around right now, Deneen. It's a very fluid situation. If they get 25 votes, in other words, if the Freedom Caucus says, we got 25 votes, we're going to block it, the president can't afford to lose more than 21 votes. So what's the Freedom Caucus going to do, Deneen? Go back to their voters in their districts and say, hey, you're stuck with Obamacare now?
Well, that's the thing, because if they don't keep their promise to repeal and replace, they will hear it from their constituents, and not only that, they're going to hear it when it's time for re-election. And of course, the Trump administration is in full sail mode right now. I was at the White House press briefing today, and Sean Spicer launched with this initiative. And listen, it's not what the voters put the Republicans in the House, Senate, and the White House to do. So they want answers, they want action, and they're not liking what has been presented to date.
Yeah, you know, Cathy, the markets reacted sharply today to the downside, 237 points down for the Dow. The markets were basically saying they want the Trump growth agenda, they want the tax cuts. I mean, this is a do-or-die moment right now, right, Kath?
It absolutely is, and it's funny because we're watching the sausage being made in D.C. This is actually how it happens, and we're watching it happen, and this will happen on Thursday. The repeal and the replace will happen in the House. It's going to take some getting the Freedom Caucus happy. It's going to take everyone getting happy and on the same page, but they do own the White House, and they do own the Congress right now, so they have to pass this. They made the promise. It has to happen. It will be a huge embarrassment to everyone in the GOP. It has to pass.
Yeah, that's true, and for the president, Deneen, some Republicans are saying failure to repeal Obamacare would endanger tax cuts. The president's entire growth agenda is about 3 to 4% growth. Let's take that to Kurt. Kurt, I mean, what do you think? Tax cuts at stake right now?
No, I don't think so. Look, I think it's probably going to pass Thursday, and if it doesn't, something else is going to pass, because they're not just going to throw their hands up and say, well, there go the next 2 years, can't do anything. They're going to come back with something, and they're going to pass tax cuts. And, you know, the president's program is going to lead to higher growth. The market knows it. The market was a little skittish today, but once we get back on track, boy, we're going to see things improve. I think the Republicans are going to do very well in 2018 unless they get really, really dumb, which I wouldn't put past the Republicans.